My name's Nancy Lynn Choi. I used to be Lee before marriage. I was born in Culver City in California, which is a part of Los Angeles. Currently, I am a CFO co-founder of a vodka company called Carbonadi. I went to school, majored in econ, became an actuary for a couple of years, and then I went into investment banking. After that, the bubble crashed. After the bubble crashed, I kind of just tried to figure out what to do. And there was a developer that was a friend, and he wanted to do some private placements, buy some properties. And so created LLCs and created the private placements, created the marketing documents, and then worked with him on that until went on for the ride for a while. And then next thing I know, I got pregnant. Pregnancy took about 5 years. So when she came along, I saw the market going down. I thought it was a good time to just kind of lay low and take care of myself. And next 9 months later, she came. I was born in Culver City, raised in LA. In Elysian Heights, which sits between Echo Park, Silver Lake, and Los Feliz. So I'm a middle child. I have an older brother, me, and then a younger sister. My brother was born in Korea. My parents came when he was 1. I'm 2 years younger than him, so I was born here. So the area I grew up in, it's kind of, back then was a suburb, and it was very kid-friendly. It was very nice. There was a big park right by us. It's a nice place to grow up, but then growing up with immigrant parents is not the easiest because they don't speak the language. They don't read or write. They're trying to learn the language. They're trying to get a job. They're just trying to do whatever they can to survive. I don't know. It's like my childhood and education was a love-hate. I loved studying, but I hated it because my mom pushed me so hard. So it's one of those things where I feel like had she not pushed me, I probably would have done better on my own and sought to learn as opposed to being forced. And it became a love-hate where it didn't have to be that way. I'm very aware of the way I'm raising Kira. There was one incident when I was in New York for work, and my mom was at home helping out because my husband was working and she just started school. I think it was a week or 2 weeks in. I FaceTime right before going to bed. It's around their dinner time. My mom's sitting next to Kira, and it's week 1 or 2 of 2nd grade. And she's just having her repetitively do math or whatever it is that they're supposed to be doing. And my mom's getting frustrated because she's saying, you should know this, you should have learned this, these are all foundations. And she went on, and I could see Kira basically struggling and just taking on so much pressure that I was brought up here, I'm very westernized, and looking at more of a bigger picture, 2nd grade isn't gonna kill you. It's not gonna take you back. You're not gonna flunk. It's not so important that you have to put that much pressure on a child. And so it brings me back to when I was growing up, and the reason I'm raising her the way I am, because when I saw that actually happen to her, I felt more conviction that I was raising her correctly. When all of that happened, I came back and I had a call with my mom, and we were talking, and she goes, do you raise your daughter the way you do, completely opposite of me because of the way I raised you? And I told her, yeah, because what you did when it came to studying, it didn't help me. My relationship with my mom has been very difficult until recently, and now she's listening. And so with me saying that, and with her listening, she actually took things with a grain of salt, and she's watching the way I raised Kira. My older brother has 3 girls, and she didn't agree with the way he was raising his kids, but then she's kind of seeing the pattern where we give them the free will to study when you want to study, you learn your own responsibilities, you figure it out, and if you have to get a bad grade, it's part of growing up. And Hopefully you do it when you're young and not when the grades actually matter. When it comes to my mom listening, my husband kind of helped me talk to her, learn how to talk to her. So the first 5 years of our marriage was understanding her enough that I could talk to her. So once I figured that out, I think around 40, I started telling my mom, because they're always telling you what to do. Eat this, don't do this. It's just odd. And one day I just told her, I'm an adult. I'm 40. You're my mom. You'll always be my mom, but you have to let me be an adult. And she heard that, and she was pretty good about it. In college, again, my relationship with my mom was very hard. So when I turned 18, the day I turned 18, I started working. And I decided to cut myself off from the family. And I've been on my own ever since. So it's, financially it was very hard for paying for school and just surviving. I never expected an apology. To me, the mending was an apology. Last year, she gave me an apology. She just apologized. And so I wasn't expecting that. And I think we were just talking, and she just said, I didn't realize I did, X, Y, and Z, and I'm sorry. Wow. She literally said, I'm sorry. So I was shocked. And I told her, I said, thank you. And I've always apologized to her, and I apologized. When she apologized to me, I let her know, I was that wrong a lot. And then she apologized maybe 1 or 2 more times, and I told her, let's just move on, because the best apology is to move forward. Well, my mom she was it. She was the end all say all at home. And my dad, if he went in a direction that she didn't approve of, then it went south at home. So he just kind of kept quiet. He and I, we would, just, if he wanted to go to the grocery store, I would basically go with him. If he wanted to go play golf, I would go with him. So I had a good relationship with my dad, but he had no power in the house to do anything. Because if something happened between them, I'm the first girl. The first son is the golden child. It was me, and then my sister's 4.5 years younger, so she's a baby. So everything came on me. So my dad and I had a very close relationship, and he knew if he did anything to make her upset, I was gonna get the brunt of it. So there's nothing he could do. It was not loved enough by my dad. I felt like he should have fought more. By not speaking, I was very aware of what was going on, and I was watching. And my mom, she had so much fear. She didn't let me have friends. She didn't let me go out. And so I was home all the time. So I'm watching this 24/7. Yeah, even on his deathbed, he didn't meet my husband, but, he was trying to set me up with the doctors. That was helping. He didn't want me to marry a Korean. He didn't speak much, but I could read between the lines. He said, Nancy, don't marry Korean man. I said, why? He goes, I Korean man. I know. No good. That's what he said. And I think it has a lot to do with the chauvinistic, the culture that it is, where the girl's always being a servant and the girl's always catering, and you get married to a Korean family, and then next thing you know, you're doing so much for the family. And he didn't want to see me that way. He wanted me to just be free. But eventually I met my husband. He's Korean American, but he came when he was 2.5, so he's pretty westernized as well. Male chauvinistic parts, even though he's not aware of it, it comes out. So when we're at a family gathering, there are 3 boys. So the mom used to do everything in the family. And so the daughter-in-laws come and we cook, we clean, and we do it all. And they have no thought of getting up or even helping with it. We got used to the family, and then we were like, can you help? We basically told our husbands, you need to help, you know. You can't just always be that way. So they started helping. They still don't do as much, but they try not to be that way. My name is Nancy Choi, and this is my Korean American story.